there's a lot of competitive spirit, which is good. But then that is making them develop jealousy, but not mingling, being jealous. This is more seen in girls rather than boys.
I'm saying this tendency of suicide, this tendency of everything wrong that we see in adults is coming from this feeling of being alone. We have picked this from our parents and we are comparing, and the child is learning to compare. There is no fixing the child. The only thing to fix is the environment. It is the role of the teacher, of the adult and the parent to ensure no child feels alone.
First of all, they're not ready to make another friends. जैसे आपने कहा, yes, they had a group of friends, shuffling किया. They don't want to mingle with others. Plus, there's a lot of competitive spirit, which is good in some sense. But then that is, making them develop jealousy. They are becoming more complaining. If you have another child who is doing better, they're not able to take that. And then moreover, they just have that superiority thing, or probably they are like jealous. I am not able to, identify that.
How old are they?
I think that 10 years.
10 years.
3, 4, grade 3, 4, 5. It's like competitive spirit, which is good, but not mingling, being jealous, and then constant complaining attitude. ये बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है.
When you say complaining, what complaints are they saying?
इसने ऐसा किया, वॉशरूम इतनी बार जा रहा है. They'll just keep complaining for no reason, nothing. There's nothing to be more complaining. But then इसने ऐसा किया, यही क्यों करते हैं? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. To be really frank, I'll be really open here. This is more seen in girls rather than boys. Boys will, they will fight and then they'll be together. They will have that understanding. Girl, I asked I don't see you talking with other people. Miss, my friends are in B section. I said, fine. Now you are in A section. That doesn't mean you cannot make new friends. Make new friends. Be friendly with them. If they are not approaching you, you go and approach. If they are not including you, then you let me know. I want to know what's the role of the teacher here or the parents. How can we actually handle that?
I think I am all for schools changing sections and separating friends. If the school also ensures they're able to make new friends.
We give them ample opportunities, group activities to mingle, and there are a lot of disagreements happening which we address, and we try and give them more and more opportunities so that they get to mingle with each other.
But is it being effective or not being effective?
It is being effective to a certain extent. But there are certain kids, those who are restricted, they come with a restricted mindset.
When I look back, right, I genuinely don't see the need for a child to genuinely be friendly with a lot of people. I am not sure if it's a very adult thing for us to think of as child, particularly because I see my own example, and मेरे 18 साल निकल गए 2 दोस्तों के साथ, मैं तो बहुत खुश था, and nobody forced me to make more friends.
Rolling stone gathers no moss. सबके साथ दोस्ती करोगे, you'll get more. That is what is my perception.
You can also say सबके साथ दोस्ती करोगे तो शायद किसी के साथ भी दोस्ती नहीं है. One can argue both ways. I'm not disagreeing with what schools are doing, but I'm also saying that this idea that my child is more extrovert, should have more friends, I am not sure where the research behind this is coming from. But is there any real research behind it which says that we should separate children and that is good for children? It is like this, that a child should have one loving adult. As long as that loving adult is around, the child can explore the world. And maybe when parents are getting less time, that is getting transferred to a schoolmate, जिसके साथ वो बहुत अच्छे दोस्त बन गए हैं. And we are taking away the main thing that they have, and the child is withdrawing. I don't know. I have not been to enough classrooms. You know better. But as important is the role of the teacher. From this angle, I think it's genuinely important to see that no child feels alone in the class. There is बैठे 20 बच्चे हैं, 30 kids बैठे हैं. Even the child who's chattering the most can feel alone. I think, and this is a teacher quality. This is a quality of being able to see that this child is feeling alone in the class, and that a teacher has to find a way to solve for, whether by getting them to sit with somebody else, whether by group activities, whether by all the different things that you already do. I would love to know how you do it, or by informing the parents, and the parents also have to be sensitive. वो जाके बच्चे को बोलते हैं कि टीचर ने कंप्लेंट की तुम्हारे बारे में, तुम किससे बात नहीं करते हो. I'm saying that is not how a parent has to take it. A lot.
We instead get a complaint from the parents. मेरा बच्चा किसी से बात नहीं करता है. This is also the case.
And you know, this is, for example, one of my friend lives in Singapore. His child goes to a local school, 7-year-old girl, 15 kids in the class, 14 other are Chinese. So now there is an issue. And he says, तुम क्यों नहीं बात कर रही हो बाकियों से? He says, everybody else starts talking in Chinese. I don't know Chinese. What do I do? It is the role of the teacher, of the adult, and the parent to ensure no child feels alone. I'm saying this tendency of suicide, this tendency of everything wrong that we see in adults is coming from this feeling of being alone. When does a child feel death is better than life? When you're truly alone, when you think there is no bond with the real world. My core belief is the only responsibility of a parent and of a teacher and of a school is to ensure our children are interacting with life. If you're interacting with life, book also is not life. Book is a dead thing. So a lot of parents with single kids feel if my child has come home and is sitting and reading book for 3 hours, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. You know, I have fallen into that trap. Book reading is great, great to get knowledge, but books are dead things. It can be used as a way to avoid life. You know, a child has to be involved with life. That is important. Parent comes to pick up the child. The teacher says, आपका बच्चा तो किसी से बात नहीं करता है क्लास में, or the child is behind. So this idea of interaction between the parent and the teacher becomes one of complaint. The way you are describing it is very beautiful. But for a lot of schools, for a lot of teachers, the idea is, let me complain to the parent about what needs to be fixed in the child. Or the parent complaining to the teacher what needs to be fixed. My child does not know maths, you fix him. Your child does not talk to others, you fix him. Your child complains a lot in class, you fix him. There is no fixing the child. The only thing to fix is the environment. You know, I have noticed the child complains a lot. Can we think about why that is the case together as teacher and parent without judgment? What is causing this? The child compares a lot. That is a beautiful space to come from because we are responsible for the environment. And then the parent can self-reflect. कि हम तो घर पे यही बात करते रहते हैं कि उसके पास 3 BHK हम 2 BHK में रहते हैं कि उसने नई गाड़ी ली. To buy a new car, our friends have bought a new car. Oh, they have gone for vacation abroad, you know, we should also go. Oh, she bought a new dress, I want to go shopping. Maybe that is the conversation in the house. And without realizing, we have picked this from our parents and we are comparing and the child is learning to compare. And thanks to the teacher that she is bringing this out and there is a space for self-reflection. There is teacher who can self-reflect. But holding this space in this busy world becomes genuinely hard. If you ask me, like, you know, Florence might agree that this is the role of adults to be able to hold the space.